What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Altknots. We are back in the car and back at Michael's. Yes, this soon, because there is this particular yarn that has been circulating the internet and I'm obsessing over it. It is a total Beetlejuice vibe. It has witchy purple, slimy green, very vibrant. I'm curious to know if it is glowing under UV light. It's kind of like a roving type yarn, so thought it would be great for beanies. I mean, really anything, to be honest. But beanies in particular, especially if it's that roving, very loosely wound type of thing. Cowls as well. We're gonna check it out. If there's one, I'll be so freaking excited. But that's the only thing I'm here for. So let's go see if they have it in stock. I'm really glad that I purchased this bag the last time I was there because it is getting some use already. Genuinely was not expecting to go back to Michael's this soon, but I am so glad that I did, especially the fact that there were only two skeins of this specific yarn left. And again, it was out everywhere on stock. I guess you can order it online. So if I love this and I love working with it, I love how it feels, all the things together, obviously I'm gonna have to go online onto Michael's, check it out. Probably a cardigan's worth, like, let's be honest. 6 or 7 skeins, that's what I'll have to grab. Let's just start with the one that I'm most excited about. I'll get back to these. This is just packed really nicely in here. The flowers that I bought, they are just like coming apart. I mean, it's the end of Halloween decor season in retail, so I was not expecting to get these. These were ones that I wanted at the beginning of the season, but I never found them in stores. This Michael's, I don't know, just pulled through for me today. Here we go. This is the one that I'm looking for. How freaking perfect is this? Seriously, Beetlejuice, yes. Loops and thread, 100% acrylic, 100 grams, 279 yards, 3.5 ounces. I have used this specific yarn before. I've crocheted a scarf with it, but not this color. So it is, what is it, Juniper. It's called Juniper, but that just screams Beetlejuice, does it not? It is a hand wash, and it says hand wash cold and lay flat to dry. Like I said, I have used this before, and I would also say, yes, hand wash it. Okay, I've never tried throwing it in the washer or the dryer. Definitely would not want to throw it in the dryer. I feel like it would just felt the entire project. So it's a medium number 4, 6mm crochet hook is what it suggests. I'm gonna try to put this on my knitting machine and see if I can't work it up into a hat because I just want to use it. Like, I want to wear it right now. I want a hat out of it, a cowl, a scarf, a something with it. I don't want this to sit. So I am gonna try to do that. Is it gonna love it? Probably not. It may not actually work in the slightest, but we're gonna try. They did have some other really fun colors. Starting from the top, this one is called Sea Glass. The blues are mesmerizing on this one. All of these were buy one, get one 30% off, all in stock online. I just checked that. So everything you're seeing here today, if you're like, oh, I love this, or I need this Beetlejuice yarn in my life, because yes, you 100% do. It is all in stock online. I know that this one is probably designed to be a summer color, but I feel like we can make it work into fall. So I'll have to see if I have a black or like a darker shade, maybe some grays to mix together with it. I don't know, even if you put these together, if you did a granny square shawl and did one of each of these colors, that would be fantastic. All of these I grabbed too, except for the one that I'm gonna make a blanket out of. The next one is called Storm. Beautiful grays all together. This is something that you can wear with literally every outfit. It's gonna be a classic. Whatever you make out of it, it's going to go with everything. Next, we have a little lighter one, still on the gray side, but this one is called Silver. The other one didn't have any weight. No, you are gonna have a lot of fluff that pulls off of it. It's not a deterring factor for me, but I did just wanna like point that out. If you are just getting into crocheting, this is not the most friendly yarn to work with. It's gonna be really easy to get like accidentally get your hook through here because it splits apart rather easily. That's what I'm trying to say. So that just pulls apart like that. It looks like a spider web, so I enjoy that. But when you're in the middle of a pattern, that's not something that you want to happen, but it does happen very easily. Even if you've been crocheting for a long time, it can still happen depending on the type of crochet hook you use too. I don't really like to use my wooden hooks with this type of yarn. Don't get me wrong, you could totally do it, but I end up going a little bit slower when I'm working with these. This next color I almost passed because it was way on the top. I couldn't really see it and all I saw was like a red, which I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. No, this is called Autumn. This screams fall colors. It is gonna be gorgeous. Like, that was the side that I saw. I honestly just saw this tiny little bit of red, so I thought it was just a gradient of red to like maybe pinks. No, this is gonna be so freaking pretty. So that is all the colors that I got from this line, and all of them together, they go well. Like, that would look super fun. Granny square pants, maybe a skirt. I mean, all of it would look amazing. You could make a really fun throw too if you used a cluster stitch and did all of these together and maybe did like a different color for every single row. That could be really fun. Again, not what I have planned for it. It's 100 grams though, so I am gonna have at least one left because it only takes 100 grams to make a beanie. And this is my wishful thinking that it is actually gonna work on the adding machine. If it doesn't work on the adding machine, we'll find out very quickly, in which case I will have to think of something totally different to do with all of these because I want to see the colors work up like now. I did snag another cloud cake. This is not limited edition. I have just not seen this color in person, so I definitely had to grab it. Does this not look like Coraline colors? All of this together, it looks like the portal that she goes through as soon as the door opens. This is what it looks like going in through the tunnel. I want to do something that uses this entire cake of yarn. So this is 240 grams, which is 760 yards. But I want to do it really, really quick. So maybe if I did a scarf on the adding machine. I just think all these colors together are freaking gorgeous and I don't want to like break it up. So like obviously I could do a beanie with this, but as I found with the last cake that I did, it only used like a quarter of this. It really did not use a lot. I feel like it would just kind of lose the magic if I broke this up. We'll keep thinking on that one. If there's something that you would like to see on the adding machine that uses a lot of it, or if you want to see a wrap from the knitting machine, let me know in the comments down below because I could totally do that. Otherwise, we'll probably just do a really long scarf. Just a giant, obnoxious one that wraps around you a bunch of times and then uses this entire cake. Unless I hear differently, that's the direction I'm gonna go. This last one is another color that I have not seen in stores. It is a limited time only and it is a part of their spice cake Karen cake rolls. I have the ginger snap version and this one is called Silver Steel. I will 100% be making this into a blanket. I got 5 of them because I have a blanket already worked up with my ginger snap one. It required 5 of these cakes. I have a half of a cake left and I will be done with that one. So I plan on making another one with that same exact pattern. This is gonna go with everything. Like honestly, this is gonna be a throw probably at the end of my bed, or a throw for, I don't know, maybe in the yarn dungeon. I have a couple of chairs that I could throw this on. When was the last time that I went to Michael's? I mean, it was honestly just a few days ago, and this blanket is already pretty much done. So this would be a perfect pattern to use if you like to make gifts for people. The last couple of Michael's that I had been to in store did not have these in stock. This was pretty much all they had. So I mean, like obviously this was a lot. Like there were 5 cakes left. That's awesome because that's a whole throw. It's not like a blanket, but like a throw. It's a decent sized throw that it's making. As soon as that blanket is done, I will be getting started on my second one using the spice cake line, which has just been a super big surprise to me that I have fallen in love with this line. We're kind of at the end of the season. Like we're at the end of the spice cakes. Since it is limited time only, it's pretty much a fall type of cake. Also, if you do know how to knit, it does come with a pattern. There are a ton of patterns on Yarnspiration though. Just go to yarnspiration.com, type in crochet blankets. I mean, you could look through it for hours. Like there are a ton of them. If you've been to their site, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, enjoy because you're gonna be there for a while. So you know how this goes. I am gonna be working this up on my knitting machine. If you wanna make sure that you're here for that video, make sure you have your notification turned on. Subscribe to the channel, join the Ghoul Squad. I would love to have you. That way you know exactly when the video comes out and you can see these get worked up and or see me make a giant mess and just a total fail because the knitting machine doesn't like this yarn. Either way, it's gonna be a good time and I'm committed to it. As for the spice cake that I'm gonna be using to make the blanket, if you're interested in seeing what stitch that I used and the super quick pattern that I worked up with it, that will be going out in my newsletter. So if you're not a part of the newsletter, that is also linked down below. Join the rest of the Ghoul Squad because we will be working this up together for the very last Stitch and Scream of 2022 season. We are gonna be working up this blanket and then at the end, we're gonna be watching Ginger Snaps together in the yarn dungeon. It's just a blanket that is perfect for watching horror movies because it's a 1-stitch repeat, which means it's great to keep your hands busy as you're watching a movie, but if you haven't seen the movie, you can totally be invested and watch everything without like missing any major plots. This has been a super fun day, very unexpected, but thank you for hanging out with me. Again, out of the yarn dungeon, back to Michael's. I always love yarn shopping with you. If you do as well, don't forget to thumbs up this video and we'll continue doing many more yarn shopping trips together. But for today, that is it. So have a fantastically spooky rest of your day and I will see you in my next video.